Hey guys, this is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the card we're making today. We're using the Hey Love stamp set. You're going to see me make several samples using this set over the next week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Okay, here's the cardstock. Basic black, 8.5 by 5.5. Whisper white, 5 1/4 by 4. Another piece of Whisper white that's 2 3/4 by 3.5. And then a scrap that measures 1.5 inches. We're going to use that with the 1-inch punch. We've got the Botanical Butterfly Designer Series paper that's in the Celebration catalog, and this measures 3 by 4. And then we've got Real Red that measures 3 by 3 3/4. And then another piece of basic black that is about 1.5 inches as well, and we're going to use that with the 1 1/8 scallop circle punch. Okay, so let's go ahead and start out stamping. I'm going to take the Memento ink and I'm going to stamp the gorilla. And it looks like I cut that cardstock too small. We'll stamp it and then we'll look and see. No, it's the right size. And I think I said stamp instead of cut. Oh well. Okay, now I'm stamping the greeting as well since I've got the ink. Well, it's a little crooked, but it's okay because we're cutting a circle out. So we'll fix that. In fact, we'll go ahead and do that. So we'll set that aside, and then we'll cut out the basic black. So that's the 1 inch and the 1 1/8 scallop. Slide that over. We're going to take our Stampin' Blends. So I'm using Real Red, light and dark, or actually just dark on the Real Red, and Smoky Slate, light and dark. Now we're going to be using the epoxy, heart epoxy shapes, and I do color them with our Stampin' Blends. And I color them a couple times. You want to let them dry in between each color application, okay? So now I'm going to start with the light, Smoky Slate. And I'm probably going to fast forward this so that you guys don't have to watch me color this whole thing. It does take quite a bit of time, especially for me. I'm not the best colorer. Okay, I said I was going to fast forward the coloring, but I keep having things to say. So if you've purchased a tutorial or an online class from me, we were not able to transfer the passwords. So what you're going to do on my new website is you're just going to go to the account information and you're going to request a new password with the email address that you used previously. So if you can't remember that email address, that's okay. There's a button on my website for you to click to send me an email, and I can get that information for you, okay? It should not be difficult. That is one of the most exciting things about this new website is I'm getting much better service, and things should work, because I know a lot of things have not been working for the last probably 6 to 8 months, including my feed of my blog. Like a lot of people have said they haven't been able to get my information every time I post on my blog. So I don't know why that's been not happening. It's not anything that I've changed. I think it's just my website is outdated and it needed fixing. Okay, so I'm just going to attach I Am Ape Over You to this black scallop circle, and I'm going to put a dimensional on the back. And now I'm going to set that aside for a minute. I'm going to take the light Smoky Slate and just brush some ink down there at the bottom. And then I'm not going to attach that yet because we want to attach this to the Real Red, okay? So I'm just going to turn that over and add Real Red. Okay, now we are making this card backwards. I always start out my videos with scoring the card base, but not today. If there's any indication of how my brain works right now, it's okay. You don't have to score your card first. I just always do that because I don't know why, because I do. But I didn't today, right? Okay, so we're going to attach this Designer Series paper to the Whisper White. I tell everyone that I'm super chatty right now because Brooke has moved out, gone back to college. I can finally say that now without crying, although we both cry every night. Anywho, so I don't have anybody in this house when David's traveling. So it's just like me and the bird and the dog. And once Brooke takes Elvis, it'll just be me and Bella. So I am, yeah, Chatty Cathy, or Chatty Angie, I should say. I think David came home, when was it? He came home one day and he was like, or no, he called and I was talking 100 miles an hour and he's like, whoa, I've been in meetings all day. I'm like, well, sorry, I haven't talked to anybody all day. I know some of y'all can relate. Okay, so I just added the ribbon and trimming the ends. I'm going to try to tone down that talking though. I know that it can be distracting. So, okay, this is going to go on the front just like that. And so I'm just going to turn this over and put a bunch of adhesive. It's winter in my house, so, or this state and our house. Notice I have a coat on as I'm filming this video. Okay, there's that. So now we're going to take Mr. Gorilla. So cute. I love this stamp set. It makes me smile. And he's holding a little heart. I always say that paper crafting makes me happy in my heart. So he's holding a little heart. Okay, so that's going to go right about there. It can really go anywhere on here. You can take it further up to the top or down low. So now we're going to take the, what are these called? Heart epoxy droplets. I love these things. Okay, one there. And then I'm going to take the little ones and add them. Now let me give you a little trick. Hopefully this is a trick. And I don't have the right size, so excuse my reach. We're going to pretend that this is a card. Well, here's one, but it has butterflies cut out of it. So if you want to mail a card that has these epoxy shapes on it, and you don't want to have to pay for extra postage, cut a piece of cardstock, preferably the Whisper White or the Very Vanilla, the thicker cardstock. I think this is thicker than this. And just completely cover your card, okay? And that should smush the ribbon and cover up the droplets so that you don't have to pay for extra postage. Now, if you end up having to pay, sorry, but I received a lot of cards during the holidays and they had all kinds of ribbon and embellishments, and almost all of them had an extra piece of solid cardstock right on the top. So I'm like, okay, I got to remember to tell y'all that. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm talking 100 miles an hour again. So here's our card. Pretty cute, right? If you have any questions, let me know. Don't forget, there's a free PDF over on my website that has the measurements for you to make the card. Have a great day. Thank you.